11th no-hitter in Los Angeles Dodger history. The first since Hideo Nomo in 1996. Josh Beckett, a no-hitter.
Call the atmosphere here charged would be doing it a disservice. It is positively electric in this place as we get you set for postseason baseball on the show. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the Chicago Cubs and the New York Mets. Hi again, everyone. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to our special postseason coverage of baseball on the show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, let's take a look at how these two ball clubs got to where they are.
Yeah, and top to bottom, I think both of these clubs have a lot of different guys that can beat you. It might not just be the stars that dominate this series. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if some of the lesser-known guys here wind up stealing the show.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Now taking the field, welcome your 2015 New York Mets.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. More from the guys as this one goes along, but first, let's take a look at the starting lineup for the visiting Chicago Cubs as Joe Maddon will line them up like this. They'll go to work against the hard-throwing right-hander Matt Harvey as you see his numbers there. And in the field, we see the Mets will line up this way. Dexter Fowler makes his way to the plate now as we're just about set for baseball this evening. Underway now tonight as our first pitch is promptly grounded right up the middle and into center field. It's a one-pitch single to open up the ball game.
Yeah, a nice job there as this one gets right up the middle to start the ball game. Always nice to put a guy in the stretch right from the very start.
Number 12 will stand in now, and you'd have to say he was one of the real bright spots in the division series.
Here in October, this is when you want your guys to really find their stride. And you're right, Matty. He was outstanding in getting them into this LCS.
Here's the first pitch. 4-1. Here comes the 1-0. That misses. 2-0.
That's a good pitch call right there on that fastball away. That works almost like a pitch out, just in case he's thinking about it over there at first.
And perhaps sensing a hit and run may be on, a move to first. Oh, and it throws him, and they got him.
so much for their first hit of the ball game. Didn't even seem to be that terrific of a move. They just caught him off guard there.
Now the 2-0 home. And he has a cut at that one that misses 2-1.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands. 2-2. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
Well, that's got to be encouraging for these guys so far. They're facing one of the tougher guys around, and that's 2 hits now here in the first inning, and that ball was smoked.
Jorge Soler will get his first shot now with the runner at first following the 1-out single. First pitch on the way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Camping under it is Duda, and there are 2 away now.
Here's that swing again. This is in show motion, and you'll see that that's a few inches above the thumbs. You'll be feeling that one all night long.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in here in Game 1, and he'll be looking to put a disappointing division series behind him.
Yeah, it was disappointing in that he wasn't able to really carry much of the load. But I know he's grateful to have a shot at redemption here in the League Championship Series.
Here's the first offering. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
And we're going to see a lot more of this because this is a guy who's let it be known that he will work inside. He'll even back you off the plate if he has to.
And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Ready now on 1-1. Here's a pop-up now. Behind the plate, but room for Darno. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Cubs strand 1. Now the Mets will step up for their first shot in a scoreless ball game. Now here's the starting lineup for the Mets as put forward by manager Terry Collins. On the mound to face these guys, one of the more consistent left-handers around as you see the numbers there for the former All-Star John Lester. And there's a look at the defensive alignment for the Cubs here. Curtis Granderson will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first.
Right fielder, Curtis Granderson.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Lester ready, the 1-0. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
And on 2-0, this is where he's the most dangerous up there. I know it's a fastball count, but I would maybe think about something else.
2-0 on the way. Now a swing and a hard hit ball to short. No problem here, 1 away.
Well, I think you got away with one right there. I mean, this is a fastball right down the middle. And he just smokes this ball too, but unfortunately, he hits it right at someone, so it becomes a fairly easy out.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Yoenis Cespedes is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. The next pitch. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. One out, nobody on. 2-0 count, the pitch. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Now, how important is it going to be for this guy to throw that curveball for strikes?
I don't know that he necessarily needs to ever throw it for a strike. I mean, if it's around the plate and he's getting guys to go after it, it's doing its job. But if he starts to get too high or too far outside, then it's just an easy take. And once they fell behind in the count, I think this is a case where they just say, look, you're going to have to fish for something because we are not going to just lay one right in there for you. Probably not a bad decision against a power guy like this.
Daniel Murphy will get his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike one. Now a cut fastball, but that doesn't threaten the zone. It's even at one. He waits. Now the pitch. And there he goes towards second. And this one will be foul back in among the fans. Now Lester deals the 1-2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
2-2 pitch on the way. Got him. And with two away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these two teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. So the runner at first here with two gone in the inning. And stepping in, the all-star third baseman, David Wright. First pitch coming. Too low, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Now a swing by Wright, but he got a little too far in front as this will find the seats down the left field line. 1-1 on its way from Lester. Here's a ground ball to first. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Mets leave one. We've played an inning. No score. Number 17 leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Number 17.
Now here's the first pitch. And a half-hearted swing there as he tried to go the other way, and it's strike one.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
Slider, and that's in there for strike two. Do you even bother with anything else here?
No, I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
Here comes a 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Yeah, he had him in good position here. 0-2 to start the inning. Just can't seem to finish him off.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, 1 gone.
Yeah, not necessarily the pitch you'd expect on 3-2, but maybe that's what makes it effective. See, they challenged him up in the zone that time, and if you're expecting something at the knees, it's tough to go up and get that.